Hello, everyone. Before we start today, I am going to let some people pop in. Make sure that you tell us in the chat your name and where you're from. I can't wait to see who all we have come in today to see a little sneak peek at our brand new release that is called Autumn Afternoon. Let's see, I see a few people pop in. Hello, Sybil. Petra, hello. Hello, Christine. Take a little sip of my lemonade before we get started. Hello, Nicole. That's okay, Miss Sybil. You can always go back and catch the replay either on Facebook or on our IGTV. Let's see, there is Sandy from Indiana. Hello. We have some friends in Washington, Miss Belinda. Hey, Bromero Cards. It's my friend Ricky, or my boy Ricky. Hello. Ricky, you're going to want to get your hands on this new Autumn Afternoon release. It's so beautiful. And Ricky is coming to us from Chicago. If you guys do not know Ricky over at Bromero Cards, you're going to want to check out his videos on YouTube. He does amazing creations. Oh, I completely understand, Ricky. I hear you. Let's see. We have friends in Houston. There's Michelle's Paper Obsession. Hello in Georgia. And I am in Georgia as well. Let's see. Handy Scandy's Crafty Ventures. What a creative name in North Carolina. Let's see. Are you going to show everything or just a sneak? It is just a sneak peek. Our release is not actually until the 21st, and you're going to start seeing sneak peeks from design team members and all over our social media on the 18th. And so just to give our regular friends, our regular viewers, some little sneak peeks leading up to those dates, we like to come in live and show bits and pieces. Oh, thank you, Nicole. You're so sweet. Let's see here. Miss Julie is loving all the fall things. So am I. I cannot wait for the weather to cool off here in South Georgia, but we have a little bit. And there's my friend Brenda. There's Frosted Peppermint in Oregon. Hello. Okay. Make sure you hang with us. We are going to have a giveaway today, and I am going to get started. But first, I want to show you that sneak peek for today. And this is today's sneak peek. So you can see we have some awesome florals. And if I hold this still for you, you can see we have a beautiful, what looks like sunflower and some leaves and maybe a stem right here. We have some other florals and a leaf. And then one of our amazing buzzword sets. This looks like it's going to say autumn and maybe hello here. Beautiful. And those of you that are maybe not familiar with our buzzword sets, these have coordinating dies, and in that die set, you get 3 different dies. And so it is going to cut out that beautiful scripty word, and then 2 shadows. It's going to have a shadow that just goes right around, kind of the way that line is on that outer portion there. And then there's going to be a one that's larger that has a pierced design all the way around. And so the coordinating dies that go with these buzzword sets are amazing as well. And so here is our little peek for today. I'm going to let everybody look at those gorgeous florals. So much fun coloring these. Let's see here. Hello, Autumn Sunflower. Yes, Mary Ann. Tracy loves sunflowers. Me as well. I think they are so happy and so fun and so colorful. Miss Brenda is loving the florals in this release. Tracy loves our buzzwords. Yes, make sure if you are new to Honeybee Stamps that you check out all of our buzzwords. We have lots and lots, some that are seasonal and then some that you can use all year long. Let's see here. Miss Julie says the sunflowers are beautiful. We have Miss Denise is coming in from Texas. Hello, hello. Okay, and see, I have the sneak peek that I showed on Tuesday evening over on Facebook and Instagram. And so this, you can see we have another gorgeous floral. This is a large 6x6 inch background stamp. So lots of fun techniques and things that you can do with that. As I was telling Miss Sybil earlier, you can catch the replays for Tuesday's live over on Facebook or on the Honeybee Stamps IGTV channel there. We have a beautiful die set. Anytime you see a graphic or something from a stamp company, normally the die sets are going to show in red, and that is where that is going to cut. As you can see, we have the word wish here, or wishes, and then we've got this really fun design here that's going to leave that little pierced edge and looks like some stripes or some little hashes. I can tell you that this is going to be really cool. I've already played and used this one, and it's so fun, especially for fall and winter and warm and cozy. Again, we have a large background. You can see these really cool hashed lines that make up these stripes. And this is going to be a really fun background, very kind of farmhousey, perfect for fall and winter. So this is a great one. I have heat embossed this and just stamped it in different colored inks. And this is a beautiful background. Let's see, is the grid a stencil? I don't believe there is a stencil of this, but I can put in a request for a stencil, absolutely. Everyone loves the farmhouse style, yes. And this, you can either do a subtle background with this and kind of do a tone on tone, or, you know, go bright and bold with whatever color you stamp that in, or embossing ink or embossing powder. Let's see here. I don't want to miss. Let's see. Love the fall buzzword set from a previous year. Absolutely, Miss Marianne. A grid stencil. I will put that request in and tell Miss Melissa that that is a customer request for a stencil that looks just like this kind of fun checked plaid little moment we have going on here. Okay, so let's get started on our creation and kind of a sneak today using one of those floral stamp sets. And I have those stamped in embossing ink. And then I poured gold embossing powder over this large dahlia. And you can see I have really big hands. And you can see how large that big blossom is. And I want to tell you, this is from a large 6x8 inch stamp set. So this is not the only floral or blossom that you're going to get in that set. And this comes from a set that's called Darling Dahlias. So we're going to play with this little guy here today. And then I have got some of the leaves from this set. Here, and I am going to start doing some what is called Emboss Resist. Again, I have stamped this in embossing ink, which is a sticky ink. I have then poured a gold embossing powder over that floral and then heat set that, and that adds kind of that slicky area where it's heated up, and so that is actually going to resist the ink. And for my large dahlia, I'm going to use the brand new Crackling Campfire Distress Oxide ink. So I'm going to just open that up and then use my Honeybee Stamps blending brushes and blend some of that beautiful fall color onto my dahlia. Let's see here. Now I'm sorry that my desk shakes a little bit when I ink blend or kind of move it around. That is from my little mount here that sits on my desk, so I apologize for that. So I'm just going to start. I want the darkest in the center here, and then I'm going to really tap and rub it off, and then I'm just going to pull that beautiful color out all the way to the edges of that die cut. And it's turning that beautiful orangey coral. I'm going to scoop up a little more ink and just go right back here and deepen up that center just a little bit. Okay, and I'm kind of liking the way that is looking there. And so I am just going to take a dry cloth and I'm just going to rub right over the top of that. And you're going to see that gold embossing powder kind of pop back out and become shiny and glossy again. Buffs that oxide ink off of the top of that, kind of cleans it off. There we go. And then that one is pretty much finished. You can see how beautiful that is there in the light as I tilt it back and forth. And I love the way that that Crackling Campfire goes from that really deep, rich color and kind of goes coral to yellow out on the edges. Beautiful for fall. Tim Holtz was very smart when he gave us this beautiful color for fall. Okay, I'm going to clean up my little orange mess that I have here, and then I'm going to ink blend on those cute little leaves that go with the Darling Dahlias. Okay, so I'm going to bring these leaves in, and then this time I'm going to use crushed olive. I think that these two colors are beautiful together. And so I'm just going to take my blending brush here. I'm going to use a smaller one. Dip that right into the crushed olive. And I'm going to run the deepest color, so the most concentration of that ink, right there to the end of my leaf, or where the stem would be. And then I'm going to pull it all down. I want the tips to be the lightest. Let me give this guy a little flip and then pull it down all the way to the edges of those die cuts. So I don't have a white edge anymore. It's going to be whatever color I blend on there. And I kind of like that. Okay, while I have my mess here on my desk, I'm going to go ahead and do this other leaf. Again, my concentrated ink and color is going to go right there to the base of that leaf. And then I'm just going to drag it down towards the tip. Like so. Okay, let me do a little cleanup here, and then we're going to buff off the excess ink that kind of sits on top of that embossing powder. Take my dry cloth and buff that off. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same to this leaf. Okay, and then let's put the lid back on my crushed olive so we don't make a mess. And now I have my florals all ready to go here for my creation on my card. Okay, let's see here. Ricky is giving some enabler alerts here. I'm going to have to go back and look at those comments because I want to see what Ricky is talking about. Let's see here. Thank you, Miss Linda. Okay, so for my card base, I am going to pop these onto a navy blue card base. This is just a top folding A2 size card, and you can see how gorgeous these florals are really gonna pop on that navy blue. And again, the navy with the gold is so beautiful. So this is really going with the fall theme that I have going on today. Now I did cut some frames out of our thin frame dies, or using our thin frame dies, and I have used the diamond. So our thin frame dies come in just one large die, and you're going to get many cuts as you see here for the frames. And I actually used a really thin piece of craft cardboard for this. So it's a little thicker than just normal cardstock. And I can hold that up. It has a nice weight to it. And that is going to frame up my beautiful dahlias right there in the center. And I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of our Honeybee Stamps liquid glue. Let's see here. Let's see here. So I thought, I'm so alone here. I'll move to Facebook. I can't find you. Where are you live? Okay. So is the live stream, is it not working? I hope that it is. I'm going to kind of add this here and maybe just a little bit. I'm going to leave kind of the bottom, what's going to be the bottom half open, because I'm going to tuck in my flowers and leaves around that. Let's see here. Let's get this placed down. And then I'm going to kind of dab up any of that excess where I kind of shimmied that around. Just dab that up a little bit to where it hides that adhesive. Okay, now I'm going to take my Misty. Let's see here. Let's use my mini Misty today. And I want to do my sentiment before I get very far with adding my florals and such. So I'm just going to set this up in my mini Misty like so. And I'm going to heat or add some embossing powder right up here towards the top, because that's where I'm going to nestle my sentiment. I'm going to take the sentiment is also from that Darling Dahlia stamp set, and it actually says, "Hello, darling," but I want to say, "Hello, darling." Be kind of fancy about it. And I'm going to nestle that right up into the point of that diamond. Close the door. I'm going to give it a little look to make sure everything is nice and straight, and that looks pretty dang good. So I'm just going to open that back up. And I am going to use some sticky ink, embossing ink, and stamp that right down on that greeting, and then close the door of the Misty. Make sure everything is down there. I could see that it was a little bit off. We don't want that. Give it a tiny little press because I don't want any gloopy spots. And then let's hit it with the embossing ink one more time, just so we get a really nice, perfect impression. Close the door. Okay, so I've got my sentiment in my sticky ink, and then I'm going to pull out a piece of printer paper, and I'm going to pour, this is the same embossing powder that I used to do the embossing on the floral, and it is Ranger's Princess Gold. Let's see, what did you do to your embossing bag? It is, okay, I saw this trick, I think from Kathy Zilski, but she put like a big clip on the end of it, and it just makes it so where you don't have to hold it in your hand. You can just kind of swipe it on, and it makes it a lot easier. Okay, so I'm going to generously pour that on and then tap it off. And I'm going to add just a little bit and then tap it off. Okay, and then let me clean up my mess here. Funnel that all back in. And put the lid on so I do not spill it. Let's see, that's a great idea. It came from Simon Hurley. Well, there you go. Okay, I'm going to take a paintbrush because I see some little stray embossing powder pieces right up here. And I'm going to kind of scrape those away. Probably got in some tacky adhesive that I had there. There we go. And then I'm going to heat set it. Now I know that this looks like a mess right now, and I'm hoping that I can kind of clean that up. Okay, so now we've got our card base and our sentiment that's ready to go. And I'm going to very carefully take my little rag, and I may have to use my handy dandy little eraser tool and kind of go over this area. And this is going to kind of act as like a buffing tool, and it's going to clean up that area. And I think I'm going to have to get in there with my sand eraser. Let's see here. Thank goodness we have all these awesome crafty tools. Not the embossing. Let's see here. The eraser is the bomb. It is the excess powder bag, not the embossing powder. I'll have to go back up and read. Swiffer duster cloths. Oh, yes. Sorry, I'm shaking you guys. Let's see here. Okay. Right down in that area. Okay. Now, you can see this little area here that I'll work on again a little bit later, but I want to go ahead and move on with our creation. So let's see here. Yes, tools. I love the tools. I'll take a picture at the end and post it, and that way you guys can see it after it's all nicely cleaned up. So let's do our florals. And I think I'm going to pop this beautiful floral up with some foam dots. So let's flip this little guy over. Add some little foam dots here and there. And pull off the backs. Let's see here. Hey, Melissa! Is it backwards? I'm not for sure what was backwards. Is the video backwards? Is that what you mean? And then I'm just going to pop this right down here like so. And then tap that around. And now I can adhere my leaves. I'm going to take a little bit of our glue. And then this is why I left the bottom open, because I am going to take this and kind of nestle it underneath right in here like so. And then pat that down. And then I like the way that that diamond is kind of coming over the top of my little dahlia grouping here. And then one right up here like so. There we go. And then let's see here. Let's see if I can clean this little guy up a little bit more right up there. And that little smudge. Okay. Now, here we go. That's looking a little bit better. A little bit right there. Okay, now what do you guys think? What's your first impression of Darling Dahlias? Let's see here. It says, hello, darling. Yes. I think it might be how Kelly is filming today. So it is upside down. I apologize. Let's see here. Thanks for, okay, let's see here. Let's see if this is better. Okay, does that make it better on your screen? Did that flip it? Let's see here. Oh, now you're upside down. Okay, my bad. Let's see here. What we meant is the image is reversed. Oh, is that better? There you go. Okay. Something about the way I run this as a webcam did that, and I apologize. I know I'll have to fiddle with that from now on. Okay, so you guys should be able to read that now. So it says, hello, darling. And so that goes perfectly with our beautiful Darling Dahlias that we just did some Emboss Resist. So I just stamped those again in some sticky embossing ink and then rubbed on. This is just 2 colors. So this middle dahlia is the crackling campfire distress oxide, and then the leaves are the crushed olive oxide. And I used my honeybee stamps blending brushes and just easily blended that on and then wiped off the excess with a dry towel. Let's see here. There we go. Good. Now, I am so sorry, you guys. Let's see here. This is a sneak peek, yes, of our darling dahlia. So that's one of the florals. Let me show you again for the, you can see I used one of the dahlias from this beautiful floral set. This is a large floral set with lots of awesome greetings, such as the hello, darling, and leaves and blossoms. There's also a beautiful sunflower set, and you can see there's leaves and things included in that as well. And then, of course, we always have to have our amazing buzzword sets. You can see that this one spells up autumn, and we have a beautiful little hello there. And so that was our sneak for today. And then Tuesday, a reminder from Tuesday that we use the floral from this set here. This is a large floral background design. We have a beautiful kind of hashed farmhousey looking check design. And then we have some really cool dies. I am in love with this die set, so we will show you that soon as well. Let's see here. I think that is it. Okay, does anybody have any questions about the autumn afternoon release? It is releasing on the 21st of September, and you will start seeing design team designs and things like that on our blog and social media on September the 18th. And then make sure you subscribe here on YouTube, and then check out our Instagram and Facebook as well, because we're going to be doing Tuesday nights. We do live streams over on Facebook and Instagram together at the same time. And then Thursday afternoons, like we are here at YouTube. And so leading up to this new release, you're going to get a new sneak peek each live stream. Thank you, Nicole, for setting your calendar. Thank you. Okay, how many of you guys have checked out our Buzzworthy Challenge group over on Facebook? I have a lot of new friends popping in over there and joining. That is where we put up different kind of inspirational challenges, and we have prizes. We have a great time, and that is a great place for you guys to showcase your honeybee stamps creations. So make sure you go by Facebook and you join that challenge group. Let's see, it is called Frosted Peppermint. It is called Honeybee Stamps Buzzworthy Challenges. And I go over there and look at everybody's beautiful creations. I know Melissa pops in and comments on people's creations. Our design team members pop in there from now and again and show off their designs. And then we have a prize, a random giveaway for each challenge. Let's see here. September 21st. Yay, we're counting down. Can't wait for the days. Okay, let's do a giveaway here today. Let me get over to my comments and let's see here. Okay. Teresa Ross, are you still here? If you're still here, can you give me a wave in the chat over there? Teresa Ross. Let's see. Miss Debadoo is going nuts. Haven't been able to stamp. Oh no, she broke her arm. Yay, Teresa, you are our giveaway winner today. So Miss Teresa, make sure you have an account set up over at honeybeestamps.com. And then I'm going to need you to email Lisa at honeybeestamps.com and give her the name that is attached to your account. And then she is going to hook you up with a $15 gift card. Perfect timing for that because we have this beautiful new autumn afternoon release coming out. So you can hold that and stick that in your back pocket and then pick up some beautiful things from our new release. Let's see here. Okay, you guys, so this has been a quick and easy card because there was no Copic coloring or anything involved here. We've got these beautiful florals just using our embossing powders and some Distress Oxide inks. And then we don't want to forget our diamond thin frames. These are so fun to just kind of frame out and add some interest to our cards and creations. I wanted to say thank you for coming, and then thank you guys who come in and watch the replays as well. And then make sure you check out the next sneak peek will be on Tuesday night, 6 Pacific, 9 Eastern, and that will be over on Facebook and Instagram. So if you want to see the next sneak peek of the autumn afternoon release, make sure you check that out over there. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off, and I'll see you again on Tuesday. Have a great weekend, guys, and stay safe. Happy crafting.